It's going to be Telford to get us underway. They'll be shooting towards the scoreboard end of the ground first. Guiseley going from left to right, from our perspective here in the press box. Trying to work out Guiseley formation bingo. I think it's probably going to be a 3 at the back, similar to what we've seen in recent games. Fairweather comes away with it. Plays in Gale down the right-hand side. Can Gale get across the box? He's blocked. Is there a foul on the Guiseley man? Guiseley penalty. James Gale goes down in the box. Fouled by, I think it was fouled by Ryan Burke, and it seemed to take an age for the referee, Simeon Lucas, to come to that decision, didn't it? I'm not sure what he was going to blow for. 12 yards. Johnson steps up, and it's saved low and hard down to the left-hand side. It's a good save from Luke Pillen, isn't it? It was hit hard and with purpose.
Yeah.
You can't say it's a bad penalty, he's just dived the right way.
It wasn't the worst penalty I've seen, but what a wasted opportunity.
Guiseley throwing, and Becker takes it quickly. In towards Gale, he goes back to Mbeka. Can he get across into the box? Bit of fancy footwork from Mbeka, the ball does go in, and it's cleared behind by Nolan for a Guiseley corner this time, on the corner flag closest to us here. Burke chooses not to use him, or he does choose to use him. Couple 1-2s between them. Back to Burke, left-footed effort goes into the box, and Owen Mason. Oh, it looked like a sort of comfortable take for Mason, didn't it? But it just seemed to trampoline up off his chest, and from our angle, that looked like he might have spilt that into his own net. Yeah, comfortably gathered now, though.
That would have been a disaster, wouldn't it?
Oh, I'm bereaved. Kicks out of his hand, sends it long towards Gale. Gale doesn't win it. Kelly up towards Rahar here. So Rahar's got quite a bit of space to run into. What's he going to do with it? He's going to take the shot on first time. 25 or so yards out. It goes narrowly wide of the right-hand post, doesn't it? Looks to find Van Green on this left-hand side. Green, tricky play, 1v1v like Fairweather. Cuts inside onto his right foot, looks to get a shot away. Oh! And it just seems to trickle just centimetres wide of Owen Mason's post. Mason might have had it covered, but I won't be too sure. Oh, George Cantrell half wins it in the air, but the ball's still with Telford. Dangerous area. It's Keaton Ward here in the area, cuts inside onto his right foot. Ball's blocked by Mbeka. Drops for Mel Hardo. Beats Ekpolo down the right-hand side. Mel Hardo. What did you just say about pub football, Ivor? What I would say is that I don't think Jason Oswald looks particularly the quickest. And Devon Green, who has got a bit of pace about him. Devon Green's up against Light Fairweather, who I reckon can match him for pace all day long. So, with that, the first half comes to a close. It's Guiseley 0, Telford United 0. Huge 45 to come. And it's live. Back to Ben Sharif. Ben Sharif sends it long up towards James Gale. Ball drops to Kellett, fizzes the ball in towards Gale. Picked off by Telford. George Cantrell chasing him behind. He's got Marcus Marshall breathing right down his neck though. Clears it out for a throw. Which is interesting considering they're not marking anyone. Ball goes in. Oh, it's headed away by Ben Sharif. Ball still in there. Might have been a hand in there. Nope. Kellett tries to clear it away, but the ball drops to a Telford player. Can't quite see where it is. Half volley, leaning back. Doesn't get his head over it, knee over it. Felix stands over it, but it'll be Pilling, who sends it straight over the top of him towards Mbeka. Ball's flicked in behind his Keaton Ward on his left foot, and just as with every other chance tonight, Keaton Ward hits it on the half volley and puts it over the fence for a Guiseley goal kick. Ekpolo has a lot of space in midfield, gives it to Mbeka, and then Mbeka's pass takes a man out of the game. James Gale coming forward, got acres of space, he's got men forward. On this left-hand side, he's got Rahar. James Gale chooses to take it on himself, goes down the right-hand side as he breaks into the box.
That's nice and positive.
Yeah, it is. He takes his shot and it's deflected away by Luke Pilling and out for a Guiseley corner. Ball comes into the Guiseley penalty area. It's headed away by Mbeka. Felix wins his header, and Johnston just pulls out of his at the last minute for fear of not getting on the end of it. Ball sent towards the corner flag. Andy Kellett's been put under a lot of pressure by Jason Oswell, but comes away with it. Plays it infield, straight to Keaton Ward. Keaton Ward's got a bit of space here. Can he get onto his left foot for the shot? He can't. Plays in Devan Green. Green goes back to Ward. Edge of the box. Ward, it's Nolan. Hits it first time right-footed, but cuts right across it, and it goes about 15-20 yards wide for a Guiseley goal kick. Into Ward. Enter a Hart. Little fake shot, beats Ward. Turns away from him. Plays it out wide to Cantrell. Dominic Tier, first time in the game. He's got space to run into on the right-hand side. Looks to get across into the box, and he wins a corner. And Nethermoor comes alive. Ball goes in. It's 1-on. Oh! Hamza Ben Sharif made a run at the front post. Little flick header. I thought that was just going to nestle in the far corner. I think he's blown up for a foul in the box. Keaton Ward sends one into the penalty area. The ball's won on by Oswell. Adds a little flick. Oh, what on earth is going on there? Devan Green pounces in behind the Guiseley defence, and there just seems to be a massive breakdown in communication, doesn't there? As the ball just flies loose in the penalty area.
What happened.
Yeah, Owen Mason just seemed to parry that straight into the 18-yard box, 6-yard box. Ekpolo brings it down superbly to Srahar on the left. Here's James Gale, who's been forced out wide, but Srahar's making moves forward. Srahar wants it played in behind. Great outside of the boot pass from Gale. Srahar gets there. Oh, gets the ball into the box, but it's into the gloves of Pilling. But that's Guiseley's most positive move for a long, long time, isn't it, Ivan?
Yeah, it's one of the best of the game, that, because it was a nice, incisive pass by Gale and a first-time cross from Srahar.
It goes long, it's up towards Ben Sharif. Does he win it in there? The ball's bouncing around. It's cleared away by Telford. George Cantrell picks it up. He's got Keaton Ward 1v1. Beats him, goes down this left-hand side. Jinks in. James Gale takes a shot left-footed. Oh, straight across the box. There's nobody there. Kane Felix picks it up on the edge of the box.
A bad touch from Kane.
It was a difficult touch.
It was difficult.
It was hard to get it out of his feet in time.
Time lucky.
Come on, Mbeka. In towards Ben Sharif. He wins the flick on. It's still bouncing around in there. Kane Felix looks to take a shot. Can't get it away. It's still with Felix. It was left-footed effort. Oh. Goes just over for a Telford goal kick. It's quite blatantly a corner. Kane Felix, he's going away from goal, isn't he? Just seems to turn on the half turn, hits it with his left foot.
It headed out, wasn't it?
It was quite clearly took a deflection and headed over the crossbar just narrowly. Fan takes a bit of a tumble just in front of us here in the main stand.
Seems to be okay.
He's up and moving now. Nobody around him. And the referee blows for full time. It does in fact finish. Guiseley 0, Telford United 0.
I think you could tell it were a game that meant a lot to both teams. There were not real quality from either team. I think it were a fist fight, it were an arm wrestle from first minute to 90th. And we're just desperate to get to some quality and looking for players who penalty misses a big one first half. They play with a lot of intensity, Telford, and you can see how they've got 4 points from Spennymoor and Fylde. But I thought we matched that, and I thought we've had the best chance. I don't think Owen's really had a save to make apart from a punch from a corner or something. Other than that, he's not been really involved in the game, although they threat with a lot of intensity. But the frustration is, I think we had them different spells in the game where I thought we were on top and we just weren't looking for that little bit of composure and quality, and we didn't quite get there.
Is it a confidence issue at the moment? Do you think that composure's not there and missing penalties?
I don't think it is. I don't think it's a confidence thing. I think it's hard to play at 100 mile an hour and then still play with quality as well. We can't play a slow game. We're an athletic, we're a running team, and we can't slow down and play at more experienced teams' pace and expect to out-football them. We've got to play at 100 mile an hour and then try and get certain players to get us to quality. And football and even the high-intensity players have got to show I think you go back to the Blythe game last week. We started exactly the same against Blythe. really took it to Telford again tonight, but the difference was, you know, Guiseley showed some quality, and we were 2-0 up before you know it. Today we forced the issue again, got the penalty, unfortunately missed the penalty, and then it's just been an arm wrestle for the rest of the game. But you know, it's a point. You know, it's a point further on. I think you could tell both teams, neither of them wanted to get beat, but I think either team could have won, in all honesty. But I think we've had the best chance, and I think we deserve, you know, 3 points.
And Prince Ekpolo back, that's a positive.
It is, yeah. 4 games out, missing Prince. You know, it's, you know, again, another bloody red card that you think, where's that red card come from? And all of a sudden he's got 4-game ban. You just got to take it on chin and accept it, I suppose, and move on, and deal with these decisions that seem to be happening week in, week out at the minute. And you know, but it's great to have him back. And I thought, to say he'd been out that length of time, he came back and he acquitted himself well.
Can you clear up for us whether Owen Mason's been given a post-match red card?
Yeah, I think referees read him. I'm not sure what sort of what he's seen on it, or whether he's just gone for a reaction. I know they've been, you know, into young Thierry right back all second half, and then, you know, at full time you think that's end of it. From what I can gather, they've continued that with Thierry in the tunnel at full time for whatever reason, I don't know. And there's a big skirmish, and you know, Owen's come running over, and I'm not sure what he's done. But you know, you can't be getting red cards after the final whistle. It's something that hopefully we'll have got it on camera, and we can see, you know, exactly what's gone off. But you know, disappointing.
Are you able to appeal against it? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I don't think there'll be any. You know, unless there's any camera footage, and he really hasn't done anything. But I just thought the game, the whole game had got a feel that it were going to boil over from first minute to 90th. I ain't sure whether we felt as though the officials were in total control of that, and then that spilled off into full time. And you know, we've got to play with more control and control ourselves better than that. If he has done something of that demeanour, but you know, we'll wait and see what happens from it. But he's definitely called him in and sent him, give him a red card after the game.
Right. And James Gale's loan, I think, expires today. Is that one we can renew, or do we?
Yeah, we're going to extend that till the end of the season. I thought Guiseley again. He got involved in an arm wrestle and a fist fight, something that will not be used to with the level he's been playing at. And I thought he were excellent today. I thought. Don't get me wrong. When I say excellent, I don't mean quality from all through the pitch, but he's fought for every ball. He's got the ball when we're clearing from his own 18-yard box. He's strong with his back to goal. He's getting his fouls. He's running in behind. He's clearing headers out of our box. The ball's up. He's competing for. And I just says to him, you know, times like this, you've got to do what Paul Clayton used to do for us and go up the other end and nick that winner for you and get your name on the score sheet. And if he can do that, I'm sure he'll go on to do well for himself.
And Rhys McNally, one of our former players. He has to be said, he's probably one of the few players that could match Kane for pace, isn't he?
He is. You know, we got Kane on a foot race late on. I always think last 15 minutes, I think it's Kane's time, because you know he works with intensity all the game, and he can go a full 90. He can go 95 minutes, Kane. And you know yourself, you know, Rhys has got that same sort of, you know, physicality where he can go for 95 minutes. But again, ball's in behind. It's a foot race. I thought it were a foul on Kane initially, and then Kane stays on his feet and tries to compete again, and then obviously it's an easy one then for linesman to put his flag up and say it's a foul for the second one. It's a braver one to say it's a foul on the first one, but still. But you know what Rhys McNally is. You know, he'll match you for pace and endeavour, and he's done well on that occasion for them.
And it's another big match against a team in and among the bottom 6. Chester.
It is. They're coming thick and fast now, and you know, we've got 11 games left. It's over a quarter of a season still to play. A lot of points to play for, and you know, I think you can tell. I think you can see tonight we're up for a challenge, and you know, let's bring it on. Let's have a fight and see who can come out on top.